Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Therapist Plays Omori. This has been, without a doubt, the most recommended game ever on this channel so far, and it's finally time to tackle it. All I can say so far is, what a game, and I have no idea what I'm in for. But what I do know is that this is a very special piece of media for a lot of people, and just from my first hour or so with it, I can already see why. And I can tell that, there's going to be a lot of discussion throughout the series about all different kinds of mental health. And so I'll do my best to share with you my perspective on all of that. And hopefully this series can be a lot of different things. I hope we can laugh. I hope we can cry. And my hope most of all is that we learn something about ourselves along the way. And so with that all said, I hope you enjoy this first look at Omori. All right, it's time to start this. Got my my safety cat here. I know that this is like a depression game, so I'm gonna need you, sweetie. All right, let's do it. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay. No matter what happens, promise me that we'll always be there for each other. Promise me. Okay. We're setting the tone here. This is gonna be a sad one. Right, kitty? Everything's gonna be okay. Welcome to White Space. You've been living here for as long as you can remember. White space. Okay. Oh, wow. This, yeah, this definitely looks like depression. Oh, but look, there's a cat. Okay, I am feeling a little bit okay with the cat here. Miwo. My cat's name is Mio. M-I-O, Miorina, but Mio. That's perfect. Waiting for something to happen. Okay, so yeah, we've got our depression cat. What else have we got? Box of tissues for wiping our sorrows away. Very necessary, but all part of the depression package. Sketchbook. Take a look inside. Yes. Okay. Some cats. More cats. Some blood. Looks like, I see like in the bathtub. This guy's little laptop. There's a snake. Looks like people are drowning. Another big cat. Birthday cake. Like a slide and a hopscotch, like a playground. Sick in bed. And some light bulbs with some eyes on it. And I don't know, like a piece of meat or something. Okay. So it's pretty common actually for clients of mine who, are dealing with some kind of depression to bring in notebooks, sketchbooks, journals, and that sort of thing. It might even be something that I assign to them, especially if they're on the younger side and they have a hard time communicating, like, yeah, really in depth about their feelings. Like artwork, sketchbooks, they can be great at helping to capture like themes that continue to repeat themselves in someone's life. Like whether that's intentional. Sometimes like my clients will say like, yeah, I drew this and this is what it means. They'll say like, I feel surrounded or something. But they might also not necessarily know what their drawings mean. But when you see patterns of things, it is sort of pulling from the subconscious. Like clearly there's something there that's worth unpacking. So I don't want to read too much into this before I get some more like information, but it is interesting that of the very few things that we see here, the sketchbook is one of them. The reason I said this like just looks like depression is because of the very minimalist, pulled back, very lack of sensory detail. To me, it's like, you know, one of the hallmarks of depression is like not being able to enjoy things, not being able to see the good in things. And I would imagine that, like, you know, in a real child's room, like there might be all kinds of stuff, stimulating stuff, but these are the only things that are drawing our little character's attention. The only things we spend a lot of time with. Tissue box, so we're crying a lot, and a sketchbook that is like kind of disturbing. Let's see, we've got a light bulb. Take a look into it. It's pitch black. Can't see a thing. Okay. And we've got like a laptop. Let's check out the laptop. What would you like to do? Stare at the screen. Okay, yeah, it's definitely... we're definitely hitting the depression angles. You stare at the screen. No, that's it. That's literally it. Oh, man. Okay. That's really interesting. Let's take a look at the journal. Omori's journal. Okay, day... None of the days are listed. Today I spent time in white space. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Today I spent time in white space. Everything was okay. Are they all just... Yeah, they're all just the same. Huh. There's also no time. It's just 000 a.m. So here's the thing about depression. As someone who has struggled with depression myself... Oh, the heat from the laptop wearing your lap felt nice. Something fell nearby. Oh, okay. So that something happened. But yeah, as someone who has struggled with depression myself, and who practices therapy to help people with depression, among other things. There's kind of two like ways of thinking about depression as like a state of someone's mental health, and like this also helps you determine what angle to go at to try to start treating it. And there's some things here in this environment, and what Omori sort of thinks about it that are kind of leaning me towards one direction instead of the other. And that's like, there's a couple of pretty common symptoms of like depression to the point where it gets to be like a clinical diagnosis, not like the colloquial, like, oh, I feel depressed, but like real depression, you know? And they are, like I said, like this sort of inability to, or difficulty experiencing pleasure, isolation, chronic fatigue, might be a part of that. Obviously, like thoughts of self-harm or suicide, and like a kind of general hopelessness. And there's a lot of like chemical imbalances and all kinds of stuff that like might characterize depression. But there are two directions that I might lean in when I'm like sitting down with someone. If I were sitting down with Omori and I was listening to like, okay, describe me your home environment and what do you think about it and that sort of thing. We're either probably looking at major depressive disorder, MDD, which you would look at and say, okay, in the last 2 weeks, right, have you experienced these kinds of symptoms, and what intensity are they? And then we would start to be able to understand, like, is this a single episode? Is this a recurrent episode? Like, have you gone through a period of depression and then like things changed and then it's like sort of coming back? Like, that would be a recurrent episode. And we would also look at like whether those symptoms are mild, moderate, or severe, based on how many of those criteria we're seeing. And that's one way to look at things, right? Like a period of 2 weeks of those depressive symptoms. And you would start to ask, like, okay, but what are our thoughts about why we feel this way? Why are we deprived of this ability to enjoy things? Why do we isolate from other people? Why does like every day just feel like it's the same? The fact that we're not numbering the days makes it seem like things are just kind of blending together. So there is like a kind of a lack of like any experience standing out, right? What's the cause? Okay. And the cause might be like, you know, I just got broken up with and this is a really important relationship. And like, we're going to see, you know, a lot of those symptoms come up. I just lost my job. I just lost someone close to me. Usually like people have an idea that they can attribute to. And, you know, I live in an abusive household. Like it could be any number of things, right? But typically like people are going to be able to describe some kind of intense negative thing in their life that we're pointing to if we're talking about that kind of depression. However, the kind of depression that I'm sensing from Omori here, because of the journal, is actually what we would call persistent affective disorder, which is less like a acute period of depression resulting from something recent or could be ongoing, but like you could usually identify aspects of the situation. Persistent affective disorder is like very long term, okay? It's usually when we're seeing those symptoms of depression for up to 2 years or more. And it's not particularly tied to any sort of like specific thing. It's just like low-level chronic sadness that is just your life. Like you just feel like you have kind of a sad persona. And this is usually more like intense and maybe more specific. And while this can be less intense, the fact that it is always there, it can actually make the treatment harder because like you can't really grasp anything. It's like, okay, well, did you get broken up with recently? No, I just feel miserable. Well, did you have any sort of bad day? No, I just feel miserable. Like, do your parents hate you? No, my parents love me. I just feel miserable. Like, it's tough, okay? Like, as a practitioner, it's tough when I interact with someone and I know that that's the scale of the work, because there is a lot of discovery that needs to happen about what kind of issues are we dealing with, because, you know, we can usually start to point in a direction when we know that like there's an episode of depression surrounding some kind of event, or it could be like, you know, genetic factors or anything, but usually you sort of can figure out the angle. This though, this is closer to what I'm seeing here, right? And there's a couple reasons for that. One is there's sort of two places Omori is going: white space and visiting with friends. And nothing particularly bad is happening in either of those places. Like white space, as much as it is like kind of a depressing environment, it's also like home. And we do get like attached to the comfort of our sort of depression caves, you know, like despite them not really being that good for us, like we get attached to them. Like there's a comfort in isolating from people, right? Of just sort of like simmering in our own misery. And the fact that everything was okay. Like there isn't a major negative event happening either at home or out in the world. Like everything is just okay. It's not particularly exciting. It's not particularly upsetting. It's just there's just nothing. And the other reason is that, like, look what Omori is doing, okay? He's doing some of the things that, like, I would recommend to someone who's depressed. Like, you should try to keep a journal, right? You should try to keep a record of your experiences so that we can pull out what's distinct and try to understand if there's a pattern of, like, most of my negative events happen when I'm around people, or most of them happen when I'm by myself. Like, keeping a journal is a very good thing. The fact that he is going out with friends is, like, more than a lot of people who are depressed will even attempt to do. The fact that he has friends that, like, clearly want to spend time with him, like, we can read a lot into that. And this is where we would start actually looking at some of the things to lean on as far as, like, okay, how do we work on this, right? When I'm listening to someone talk about their life and I'm getting, you know, kind of a depression vibe, I'm doing that assessment. What I'm looking for are risk factors and protective factors. And these are the things in someone's life that are likely to amplify or reinforce symptoms of depression, and those which can actually help to, like, start working on things. So, for example, keeping a journal is a protective factor. Having a friend group, a social circle, is a protective factor. Having a cat could be a protective factor, right? A non-judgmental, like, unconditional love support creature. Like, there's a reason that, you know, people have, like, emotional support animals and stuff. Like, when depression feels so much like you have nothing going good in your life, or people are judging you, there's just this creature who doesn't really have a ton of insight into how bad of a person you think you really are, and they just love you, and they just do. And so, like, that's a hugely protective factor, right? Having the sketchbook, like, he's doing some coping skills. There's at least an attempt, an investment in looking for some of these things, right? On the other hand, the risk factors are, I spend a lot of time alone. Most of my activities are just staring into a screen. I don't feel particularly good after doing that, you know, just sort of doom scrolling. Risk factors could also be, like, any negative influences, you know, if there's, I don't know, like, any substance use, or, like, access to weapons, or, like, anything that could potentially amplify the risks of depression or compound them and pull us deeper into that mental state. And so I'm like, yeah, okay, like, there's probably a bit of both of these going on. That kind of helps us pick a direction, like I said, for, like, how hard is this going to be, basically? Like, do we have lots of these protective factors? Okay, we can lean on some of that stuff. Are there a lot of risk factors? Let's try to mitigate them. I guess let's see if we can go outside or something and see more of what's going on in Omori's life. A white door casts a faint shadow. What would you like to do? Do nothing, I guess. You stared at the door. Okay, well, like I said, I've been in, you know, this kind of mental state, I would say more close to this than the persistent affective kind. Mine was more acute, but I do know that feeling of, like, just looking at the door or looking out the window and, like, knowing that there's probably good things you should be doing for yourself out there and just not doing it. Like, just sort of paralyzed by that. It's real. Let's talk to the cat again. Yeah, I guess I'm waiting for something to happen. Oh, we can, looks like we can run. Where should we run to? What's that? Some kind of ghost. Okay. It's like ghost hands. What do they do? Am I supposed to, like, run from them? Is that a knife? Risk. Risk factor. Why is there a shiny knife? Why? Why is that there? Oh, we got a menu. Okay. Equip. What? Risk factor. That is a huge risk. Okay, like that is concerning. Why does he just have a fucking butcher's blade? A shiny new knife. You can see your reflection. It's actually a pristine blade. Why is this a theme in my channel? Just keeps coming around. Okay, that's concerning. That he just has that lying around of like the 4 things in his life is a dangerous weapon. What about, we got skills? What do we got? Oh, okay. So we've got the ability sad poem. We can inflict sad on a friend or foe. Okay. It's kind of a protective factor, you know? You demonstrate some empathy, like ability to get in touch with your emotions, have a sort of creative outlet, right? I don't know if it's more of a protective factor than the fucking blade in our pocket. And we can guard, reducing damage taking for 1 turn. Okay, so we're gonna get into some combat at some point. That's pretty concerning, though. I'm not gonna lie. Why do you have a knife, Omori? And what the hell are we gonna do with it? I don't think there's much else what to do here. Let's try going out the door again. A white door casts a faint shadow. Okay. Now that we have the pristine blade, now we can progress. We needed that for something. I am very concerned now. The hell are we gonna find out here? Like, how fucked up is the world? Oh. Guess it's not that fucked up. I mean, it's quite colorful. Hi, Omori. We were hoping that you'd come by soon. Aubrey. Want to play cards with us? We were just about to start another game. These must be our friends. Oh. Whoops. Never mind. Kel. Oh, man. What the heck, Aubrey? You messed up all the cards. I was winning, too. Hero. Hey there, Kel. There's no need to get angry. It's just a game, after all. Don't give me that, Hero. I only say that because you were losing. Damn. Okay. So these are our little buddies. I like how they're just right outside of our home, of our white space. So I'm gonna take the, like, this is either kind of an abstraction or metaphorical or maybe just kind of a fantasy interpretation of the world. So, like, I don't know how much value there is reading into, like, what things represent in the environment. Because I was thinking, like, maybe Omori's perception is just really minimalist because of the the depression. But he can clearly see color and joy and these other things in the environment. Like, he's not imperceptible to him. Just kind of curious. But we are sort of colorless and they're not. Let's take a look around first. Looks like we got a yolk, an egg, some sort of telly. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. Okay. Like Stand By Me, maybe? There's a cat-shaped hole. There was like a big cat in Omori's journal. Maybe it's this cat. A neatly wrapped present. Okay. A fluffy pillow shaped like the head of a girl. Would you like to make toast? Yes. You made toast. Okay. A photo of someone familiar. Okay. Sort of a little trophy here. A blender. Got a little snake. All right. It's a very curious little world. What do we got here? A tentacle poking out of the ground. And a stuffed toy. Acquired. Why is Kale always so mean to me? You know, the other day, that good-for-nothing stole my stuffed toy. Ooh, we just found it. And hid it somewhere in this room. Why would he do something like that? He's so mature. I mean, what did I ever do to him? Oh, I know. Can you find my stuffed toy for me, Omori? Yes. Pretty please. We did find it. Is that... Could it be? Aubrey snatched the stuffed toy from you. Hey, Kel. Look, it's my stuffed toy. What the heck? Where'd you get that? Omori found it. Lucky for me, I've got some real friends. These are suspiciously good kids. These are suspiciously, like, happy-go-lucky little boys and girls. Serves you right, Kel. You should know better than to pick on others. But Aubrey started it. She was the one making fun of me for the mole on your what? Aubrey? Fine. Yeah, like, okay. Again, as I'm sitting down to listen to someone and I'm like, you know, let's do the assessment. Let's talk about your life. What's going on? Typically, you're listening for like kind of 3 dimensions of a person's life. And this is actually like the general modern model of psychological thinking of like how to sort of interpret a person's life, okay? And it's called the biopsychosocial model, okay? In fact, the assessment that you do when you start therapy with someone is often called a biopsychosocial assessment. And basically, you're looking at what are the factors that have come together that tell us about like how the person is showing up, right? What their presenting issue is, what their sort of mental state is. Biological factors, psychological factors, and social factors. So for example, like, yeah, classical depression, there could be biological factors, right? Is there a family history of depression? Like there's a genetic component to some of that, right? Psychological factors. As someone describes their life, do I sense that there's a lot of cognitive distortions and like negative self-beliefs and things that could be adding additional negative framing to their life? And social factors, you know, are we extremely isolated? Is our environment unsafe? Like, are our parents, you know, abusive, or do they have addictions or whatever? And, you know, when you get someone who's like pretty depressed, you're usually going to find pieces of all of this, right? Aspects of their social life that are like potentially risk factors. Likely they've developed some ways of coping with that actually lead to psychological issues and deficiency. Like, you know, maybe if you were neglected as a child, you develop like maladaptive attention seeking. And, you know, for example, you might be looking at that, right? And biological factors. These could be like genetic stuff, like I said, but also, you know, does the person exercise? Like, what's their diet like? These things can also impact someone's mood, which makes them more vulnerable to negative thoughts about themselves and potentially more social issues. So like these 3 dimensions are really important to understand when you look at someone's life and you say, yeah, it makes sense why you're miserable, basically, right? I don't know why Omori's miserable. Like, okay, we're going to get, you know, more info on his life and the life outside of this little community of people. But like, just at a glance, I'm like, okay, it seems like you have a really solid little group of happy children who live in the same environment as you, who just seem sort of perpetually in pajamas. And so like, what's in Omori's environment that's not in theirs that makes him have a lower mood? You know, if there was something definitive, you would think that like all these kids have the same pathology, but they clearly don't. So that's a question. Psychologically speaking, I do think that there's something quite evident about like that persistent affective disorder or depression in general. It's like I go out and I hang out with my friends all day long and we do fun things and I still don't feel good. Like there could be all kinds of stuff going on there, right? Like I said, lots of cognitive distortions. It could be like negative filtering, all or nothing thinking. And I'm sure, I expect this to be quite a lengthy series. Get into all that stuff. Because I do imagine, like me, if you've played this game and you resonate with it, you've probably been depressed too, or know someone who's depressed. And I hope that talking about this stuff helps you feel, one, a little less like you're struggling alone with that, but maybe some insight into like, how some of these things are treated and dealt with in therapy, and also some ideas about how to think about, working on yourself, because it's ultimately the goal. And so, yeah, I do see some factors in the psychology that we'll probably dig in more, but could be more of a result of, the depressed state that Mori seems to be in. And that's not uncommon. Like, people can have a really great social life and still be depressed, and it's probably because this is, a bigger factor. So just to say, there's either something going on in Amori's environment that these other kids are not experiencing, or that's just not one of the determining factors. Okay, it's more psychological and biological. We don't really know yet. We don't know like any kind of family history, if there even is family. It seems like maybe this world's just run by kids, but it could also be biological factors, like the nervous system under stress. Like, how does his like sympathetic nervous system respond to that, and a couple of those things. So we really don't know. Okay, mostly I'm thinking you start here, but it is curious. These kids are suspiciously happy compared to us. Thank you, Omori. I knew I could count on you. You're the best. And like, they even like us, okay? So what's going on? Even actually now this is a question, because it's like, all your friends kind of think you're like awesome. So what negative internalizations are you having that make you feel miserable? Or I don't know, miserable, but like clearly like isolative and lacking in like pleasurable experiences. Like white space is just a straight up depression cave. Hey Omori, I'm glad that's all settled. Those two always seem to be bumping heads. It's just so suspicious. Mari and Basil invited us for a picnic at the playground. That's just so picturesque and perfect. Do you want to go see them? Yes. All right, everyone. Let's go see Mari and Basil. I'm sure they're just a cheerful bunch of perfectly happy kids, too. Going out, Omori? Here's your allowance for today. You got 50 clams. Okay, I guess the snake is our parent. It's kind of bizarre. What is happening? And we live in a tree. Oh yeah, fresh air at last. Gotta love that nature. Well, let's go. Wait a sec. Help me up, guys. I'm stuck. Only if you say please. Kel, stop messing around and get me out of here. Okay, fine. Huh. Took you long enough. Well, sorry, princess. Real Han and Leia vibes. So you're telling me that these 4 little kids all live together in this rainbow tree trunk, and only one of them's depressed? I don't know. Surrounded by nature could be a protective factor as well. It does seem like kind of a pleasant environment to be in. Let's go check out what's up here. Got a little beach. There's a happy little sandcastle there. Do you want to build sandcastles with your friends? Of course. Okay, so Omori is making a tree trunk, curiously. All the other kids made, like, I don't know, fantastical things, like a little castle, some kind of boat, and some bunnies. And Omori just made, like, essentially where white space is. It's kind of odd. to make your sort of depression cave into a little sand project. The fuck was that? You are afraid of drowning. Well, that's actually pretty reasonable. I'm also afraid of that. Okay. Seems like there's some kind of ghost. Like a little ghost in white space. It does kind of lead merit to what I was thinking, though, about, like, is there something Omori is experiencing that the other kids aren't? Like, is everything really as peachy as it first appears? Because, like, Omori's sketchbook of the world outside of white space is, like, pretty dark. There's these themes of, like, being watched and being surrounded and being, well, drowning. Yeah, there was a theme of being in the water. Little lamppost. Just random lampposts in the in the forest. You're afraid of spiders. Also reasonable. Spiders are scary. Okay. Guess we can't go that way. Go this way. You're afraid of heights. Okay, I mean, some of these are like, you could call them phobias, but I don't know. I feel like they're rational. Like, it's not super rational to be afraid of like a regular ass spider, but if I saw like a web that I could get caught in, like one that's big enough to catch me, that's not a phobia, okay? That's fucking legit. It's a legit fear. If I saw a giant ladder leading up to who knows where that doesn't have very sound structural integrity, like, I would also be afraid of it. And I think being afraid of drowning is totally fine, especially if there's a spooky ghost in the water. So maybe that's actually where the sort of biological factors come into play, right? Like, his nervous system activates that sympathetic side of it, which deals with your fight or flight, when interacting with these environmental things. So, like, at least in this world, in 3 directions from our home are scary things. Drowning, giant boy-eating spiders, and a ladder to nowhere. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me that, like, white space feels like the safest place for you. Which, like I said, like, your depression cave, you know, it's comforting there. Like, when I was, like, super depressed, I, like, enjoyed sitting alone and playing video games and, like, not interacting with people. I would, like, actively avoid interacting with people because, like, that was soothing the, like, negative neural activity that I was having. And it was, like, a nice form of escapism. Like, it wasn't great for me, but I enjoyed doing it. Like, we get very attached and feel comfortable in an area that's actually potentially a risk factor. You know, the more that you stay isolated, and especially if you're sitting in your depression cave with a giant fucking knife, which I have not forgotten we're just carrying around. What do these other kids have? A stuffed toy. Mr. Plant Egg. A rubber ball. Playground tested. Child approved. And a spatula. Okay. What's going on, Omori? This is not normal. It's not normal that all your kids have, like, comic book versions of weapons that probably make squeaky noises when you hit them against things, and you have, like, an actually deadly material. Like, what is going on? Why is this all this way? It seems like we live in a fucking paradise, but we're miserable and we're carrying around a deadly weapon. What is happening? What does he see that, like, everyone else doesn't? Okay, this is the playground. Okay. These must be our other friends. Mari, Basil! Is everyone fucking happy? You're literally vibrating with joy. Hey, Aubrey. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Kale's being mean to me again. Oh, no. Not again. How could he? I'm not being mean. Aubrey's just being all whiny. Well, Cal, you've just made a very convincing point. Now I don't know who to believe. Believe me. No, believe me. They are adorable, the kids. I really enjoy them. Settle down, you two. Why does it always have to be like this? Hero's kind of like... He's like sort of a parent, isn't he? Chin up, Hero. Look at you being all responsible. I really like that about you. Come on, Mari. Not now. Oh, they're sweet on each other. Oh, Hero. You know I'm just teasing. You're so cute when you're all flustered. While we were waiting for you guys, Basil and I were going through this photo album. Did you want to join us? Of course. After all, we're the ones in the pictures, aren't we? Basil, get a load of this. Come on, Basil, take a picture of me. Sorry, Cal, I only take photos of people when they least expect it. You like to take pictures, photos of people acting naturally when they're not in front of a camera, right, Basil? Yeah. There's something special about everyone just living their own lives. Those are the moments I want to capture. So, like, we just have to pretend you're not there? Yeah, I guess you can put it that way. A little bit of hesitation to that comment. Sure, I can do that. Did you want to show us your photo album now, Basil? Ah, okay. But it's nothing amazing. Oh, Basil, stop doubting yourself. I'm sure they'll be great. You're right, Aubrey. Sorry. I'll try to believe in myself more. Ooh, wait. Basil is like a little bit more like us. So, you know, we can pick up on at least, like, maybe it's not depression, who knows, but picking up on a little bit of that negative self-evaluation, a little bit of insecurity, a little bit of worried about the level of attachment to others, maybe a little bit of worry about their dependency on others. Yeah, so far Basil's the only one who seems like, you know, on the scale from Omori to Aubrey, where everything's the fucking, you know, a fantasy, like, maybe Basil's a little more, a little closer to our threshold on things. Here. This way we can all see. Oh, isn't this lovely? Too lovely. Mari's teaching everyone how to make flower crowns. Omori and Kel are holding Mari's example. So pretty. Okay. Omori and Kel gave up and ran off, but Aubrey and I got the hang of it really fast. Hero's still making his flower crown. It's taking him a little while, but he's getting it. He's just so suspicious. You have to admire his persistence. Why, if everything is perfect, do I get the suspicion that there's something else going on? Everyone's just eating watermelons, so juicy. Aubrey has some seeds on her face. Maybe someone should tell her. Kale drinking a bottle of milk, his favorite. I shouldn't get too close or he might get my camera wet. Mari had Hero take a picture of us. Everyone thinks a flower crown really suits me. It also seems like, I don't know, there's like something a little different about not Mari, Basil. I don't know. Just the wide eyes. Mari had Hero take a picture of us. Everyone thinks a flower crown really suits me. Kira leaning in for a smooch. Kel looks so annoyed. Ah, brotherly love. Okay, so they're brothers. We're having a picnic today. Mari wanted to take a picture of everyone. Say cheese. After eating, everyone fell asleep except Hiro and Mari. Getting kind of sleepy myself. Kel said he took a picture of himself on accident, but I don't believe him. All our feet in a circle. Can you guess whose feet are whose? Yeah. One kind of stands out compared to the rest. Okay. These photos are all so charming, Basil. You really know how to capture the moment. Thanks. I didn't take all of them, though. Mari likes to steal my camera sometimes. Only sometimes. Hey, I have an idea. Do you all want to come hang out at my house? I just finished planting some little sprouts, and I wanted to show everyone. Come on, they're really cute. Yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. Let's go. It's south of the playground, right? Yep, that's the way. I think I'll set this one out. You'll go on and enjoy yourselves. How come? But if you're ever feeling weary, you can always stop by one of my picnics. I'll always have some refreshments ready. And you can even save using my picnic basket. Okay, that's fun. Oh, thanks, Mari. You're always doing so much for us. Bye, Mari. We'll see you again soon. Thanks, Mom. Where are these kids' parents, by the way? Where's their school? Do they go to school? Run along and have fun now. You know where to find me. Okay, so we can save here. All right. Okay, so we're on the playground now. We got all these little kids. Something's missing. Hey, Omori, guess what? I got some plans for today. Big plans. Just stay put for a while. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Okay. Not so fast. You guys trying to avoid me again? What's up with you two? Is it my face? My rough and tough exterior? At least I'm not as bad as Boss. It's a good thing I banned him from the playground after what happened last time. Wonder what that moron is up to now. Good riddance. So, you want to play hide and seek, Basil? I can go either way. There's no rush to get to my house after all. I think I'll leave it up to Omori. What do you want to do? Omori, my best friend. Come on. You know how to play hide and seek, don't you? Yes. That's what I thought. What's stopping you then? Come on, let's play. All right. Tin Hut. All right, maggots. Here's the rules. We're going to be entertaining ourselves with a little game of hide and seek. Here in my hands, I got some straws, see? Everyone's got to pick a straw. The one with the shortest straw is going to be it. And we'll have to find everyone else. Sounds easy enough, right? Is the screen, like, glitching out on purpose? We all got our straws? Good. Now, let's see who's going to be it. Well. Looks like the one with the shortest straw is Omori. Wait, Omori's it? Omori doesn't like to be alone. You gonna be okay, Omori? I can take your place if you want. I don't mind, really. Hey, I hear you plotting over there. The straws make the rules, not me. Come on, don't be babies. Omori will be fine. When you're ready to play, walk up to the tetherball pole and close your eyes. No peeking. Oh, okay. Don't worry, Omori. I know you'll be okay. You can do this. I believe in you, Omori. Got this in the bag, buddy. They're all so supportive. And those goes... Okay. Some other kids. Just examine the poll when you want to start. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Omori! Psst, Omori! I'm right here! Okay. Whoa, you found me. Now I can help you find everyone. Thanks, Kel, for not letting me be alone for even a second. Okay. Maybe it's actually, maybe it's important that I learn to be alone. Okay, so we're just looking for all the kids, basically. Okay. Oh, you found me. Darn. Okay. Found Aubrey. Got a kid in the tree. Who's dreaming on a private beach. Wham! Now here I am. Okay. Building blocks. Hey guys. You know, I found a really good hiding spot. Sean and Ren invited me to join them in their exercise routine, so he's just not playing. Okay. It's really a workout. Wow, you really don't know how to say no to anyone, do you? Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a kid. Got him. Took you long enough. Pretty much found everyone. Okay. Okay. Found all the kiddos. I love how she always does a little spin. Huh? Where's Basil? That's strange. I thought I saw him go hiding near that tree over there. Basil, where are you? Can you hear us? Basil, you can come out now. You already won. Hello, Basil. Hey, there's Basil. Basil? You okay? Are you stuck? Oh shit! Boss! I should have known it was you. You good for nothing scoundrel. Let Basil go. Yeah, what did Basil ever do to you? Basil's our friend. Don't you dare hurt him. Go with Basil, boss. You didn't do anything wrong. You stupid heads. You think this is all about Basil? You know why I'm here. Okay, he didn't get invited. Oh no, not the flower crown! That's the flower crown we made for Basil. Damn. This is a boss-only zone now. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, it's combat time. What will Omori and friends do? I guess we'll fucking fuck him up. That's what we're gonna do. Just blast him. Okay, not being very effective here. Oh, we're doing all right. Just keep smacking him. Omori's really going at him with a pristine dagger. And these other kids, they're just sort of smacking him with a doll and a rubber ball, and Omori is out here with an actual fucking butcher's blade. That's wild. All right, put an end to this man, Omori. That's so fucked. It hit right in the heart. It's time for my special move. Body slam. Okay, when we die, we become toast. Omori did not succumb. Huh? How are you still moving? I don't think... We're not going to end him with the sad poem. Let's end him with the pristine blade. Yeah, slice him up, Omori. It's really dark. Okay, we're going by Pokemon rules. You beat someone up and you take their money. This isn't fair. Rematch! I want a rematch. Yes, please give Basil his flower crown back, okay? Basil's a sweet kid. Don't worry about me. I'm just fine. Boss. Must hurt to see people have fun without you. That doesn't mean you can ruin other people's fun. Huh. I know that. There. Does that feel better? Basil, you sure it's okay to do that? Boss is bad news. It's a good thing Omori held on during that final attack and stabbed him with his pristine blade. Or else he would have been toast. It's okay, I trust him. See, that's how you know Basil's a sweetheart, okay? You know, isn't taking it out on old boss there. Can sort of use that empathy to understand that just feels left out, okay? It's important to include all the kids. When you all were fighting, he tried really hard to make sure I didn't get hurt. Is that true, boss? Oh. Oh. These lies. It's okay. No, I feel bad for boss. I feel bad for slicing him up. This is my spot. No one's welcome here. It's okay. It's okay. You can hide. Well, probably won't be a problem as long as he stays like that. I guess that means we can go to Basil's house now. Yeah. Sounds good to me. We're leaving now, boss. Don't cause any trouble, okay? Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. All right, let's do it. Okay. A little bit of hopscotch. All right, so what's the problem in this game? What's the problem? You over there. Mori, I think that mailbox is talking to us. Okay, let's go check it out. Valued customer, welcome to my shop. Please buy something. Oh, okay. A child's favorite food heals 30 heart. Yeah, I guess we could use one of those. Little candy potion. Okay, can't buy a present. Mailbox is a shop. Yeah, what's the problem in this game? Seems like everything's fine. Seems like all these problems kind of sort themselves out. Everybody's got good conflict resolution skills. All the kids are very well adjusted, emotionally tolerant of each other. Nothing really that dangerous in the environment. Kind of seems like everybody has all their needs met. And what are we not seeing? Whoa! It's that ugly little plant creature. That's a sprout mole. Highly intelligent creatures, but dangerously vicious when they're lost. They're stomping all over the flowers. Okay. Looks like the sprout mole is angry. Like us, sprout moles also feel emotions. Since the sprout mole is angry, its attack is higher. But on the other hand, it lowers its defense. Okay. Now it's the perfect time to strike. All right. Strike it! Let's fuck him up. Victorious. Okay. 3 clams from that sprout mole. We seem to be running across a lot of foes with emotion. In case you didn't know, emotions can determine how strong or weak an attack is. Happy beats angry, angry beats sad, and sad beats happy. It's kind of legit. It's kind of legit. I even drew up a guide on how they work. I'm no artist. I think you'll get the point. An emotion chart. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Happy beats angry. Angry beats sad. Sad beats happy. Okay. A little bit of buffs, a little bit of debuffs involved in all of them. It's therapist approved. How about that? So, I mean, this presents like a very unique kind of case, you know? I often like to, on this channel, I try to take the characters seriously, you know, in the context they're presented as. And really ask the question of like, if this character came in with this, you know, the problems that we're seeing, like how would we address it? Because like, I know that I relate a lot to games and I relate a lot to characters. And I think there's a lot of value in understanding, you know, how this stuff really would work. And I would be looking at someone like Omori and I would say, yeah, we're probably dealing with long-term, persistent, effective depression. There's quite a few protective factors, great friend group. The environment's not particularly dangerous, although there's a couple like potential hazards, the heights, the drowning, the spider. All of our friends are like very supportive of us. You know, there's activities to do, and the risk factors are really just our own behaviors. Like the fact that we tend to isolate from other people. The fact that we can't or don't know how to experience positive emotions despite most of life around us being quite positive. You know, when I look at someone's like biopsychosocial dynamics, sometimes like that is a big mystery. And it's like, why, despite everything in my life being okay, do I not feel okay? And that's a really confusing reality for a lot of people, you know? We want to be able to point to stuff and say like, yeah, I'm depressed because I lost this important thing. I'm depressed because something happened to me and I don't know how to deal with that, you know? Like, in some sense, the more intense it is, like the more grounded the work can feel. You know, this model will often point us to what the therapeutic intervention might be. If we're dealing with a lot of biological issues, you know, we might be talking a lot about ways to improve stress management. And so that could be, you know, somatic therapy. It could be elements of, you know, mindfulness, which can really improve your response to stress. Dialectic behavioral therapy is going to be an intervention that's going to help with that, and a lot of the social stuff, a lot of your like personal crisis management skills. If there's a lot of psychological issues, we might be looking at cognitive behavioral therapy to sort of challenge any of the distortions that keep us in a depressed state of mind and modify some of the thought patterns that prevent us from taking action to better ourselves. If I'm looking at a really intertwined psychological and social issue, like a particular kind of trauma or a difficult relationship, I might be thinking about a Gestalt approach, right? Something that allows us to confront challenging parts of ourselves or of other people in a safe therapeutic way. Like there's the empty chair method and that sort of thing. You know, there's so many like directions to go in, different approaches to use, but you do have to find that thing that like anchors us to the state of mind. And like, that's a real challenge when everything in life is fine, but you're not. It's so upsetting because then it starts to feel like it's your fault. You know, if I have all these protective factors and I'm open to the work and I'm doing all the things, I'm coping with it as best I can, then it must just be something wrong with me. If I look at, there's nothing biological, there's nothing psychological, and there's nothing particularly social keeping me down. It must just be me. I just must have something fundamentally wrong with me. And that can reinforce a lot of negative self-thought too, because it creates like guilt and shame around the depression. Like, I shouldn't feel this bad because I might not be able to grasp any particular evidence to it. In some sense, that makes it like even harder to work on than if you do have something like, all right, you know, you got broken up with. Let's work on building some confidence. Let's get you back out there. You know, let's repair the parts of you that feel damaged or lost or rejected. When there's no particular thing, I think that something that is really needed in that moment is, what's your relationship like with yourself? Because that may not be the cause of the depression, like a lack of self-love, but it absolutely can interrupt any good work that you do on it. And so it's so important to prioritize that. Because if you don't, you end up internalizing that, oh, all of these problems are just because of me. And then who do you end up taking that out on? Yourself. It's why we start to engage in things like self-harm, and we develop these like negative self-evaluation and really low self-esteem, and this belief that everyone around me can't stand me or dislikes me. And then everyone around us is actually telling us, great job. We really like having you around. You have all this evidence, these photo albums that show you have a great life, but inside you feel completely and utterly rejected by everyone, including yourself. Like, of course you turn inward, because that feels like it's the only explanation for why you still feel this way. And so you have to work on this. You know, you have to nurture that, because, you know, you don't want the moment that you need yourself as an ally to be the moment you start working on that relationship. It just makes everything harder. If this is at least in a decent spot, if you ever find yourself at a low point, it can be its own protective factor. You know, that I'm still on my own team. I'm still on my own side, even when things get rough. I know that was a big part of my issues with mental health, was I didn't have that. I didn't have a kindness for myself that I was certainly willing to give to everyone else. But for me, I felt like the rules had to be different. Like I had to be harder on myself for some reason. Like as if it was so simple why everyone else deserved my kindness, but for me, no. And so that was a big part of the problem. And it also ended up being the way out. So I know from experience that you do have to develop your self-relationship. Hey everyone, y'all came just in time for a lovely picnic. Feel free to rest here. Everything's already set up. I even brought some fruit. And we'll talk more about like, okay, what does that actually look like then? Like, how do I work on my self-relationship? I want to see more of what might not be okay with Omori's self-relationship. And then I can start giving some examples of what that looks like. But for now, let's have a little picnic. Yes, let's have a picnic. It is so sad. Like, he clearly feels alone, even when he's with people. And that's what creates that, like, confused perception of, if everything around me is fine, why do I still feel like this? Why is everyone else able to enjoy this, but I'm not? There just must be something wrong with me in particular. This poor kid. And stuff. Okay. I'll have a little bit of fruit. It's a fun noise. I feel like new. Thanks, Mari. You're the best. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just trying to look out for all of you. Oh, Mari. I wish I could be more like you. You always seem to have everything under control. It's not true at all. It just seems that way from the outside. Either way, you sure seem to make everything look easy. Yeah, I agree. Mari's so effortlessly graceful. Don't you think so, Mari? Yeah. I guess I have to believe it a little if all of you think so. See, like, Omori can't do that. for whatever reason. Can't take, like, people saying positive things to him and that be enough to believe it about himself. And that's what's difficult about, like, self-esteem is you become your own barrier to it. Are we all ready to go? I'm ready when you are. Catch you later, Mari. Let me know if you need anything. See you soon. Okay. Ooh, we got a big boy. Large lad. Okay. So, if I make him sad, his defense goes up, but he's also susceptible to anger, like people who are angry. So maybe let's give him some sadness. And what was it? Like, who... Happy beats angry. Angry beats sad. Sad beats happy. Okay. We're gonna make Omori annoyed. Let's buff him up. Oh, okay. Hero can cook. It's a little healing. Ah, and he can remove an emotion. Okay. Angie Omori. Oh man, this fight is pretty tough, but don't worry, we can do this if we work together. Let's try again with teamwork, okay. Okay, we get a new bar. Collective energy. Okay, let's give him attacks. Oh, okay, so we can use the energy bar to, like, do some special maneuvers. Oh, they can, like, complement each other. Aubrey is such a sweetheart. Just like, emanating with joy. Okay, we threw a ball and he missed it. And it made him sad. Okay, which makes him more resilient, actually. That's interesting. Special attack. Okay. Release! Slash him up! Yeah, it's just too funny to me. I'll throw my ball at him. I'll hit him with my stuffed teddy bear. Hero, you give him a whack with the spatula. Omori, you jump in. Stab his fucking eyes out. Jesus. Get his clams. Stab him out. Omori learned stab. I'm gonna need an explanation for why he has that. I just don't get it. Why, like, we live in this fucking lollipop gumdrop world. And here I am slashing up sprouts. What's the problem in the game? Is it just depression? Or is that just it? We're just fucking sad for no fucking reason? I mean, that's the realest shit ever, actually, if that's the case. Wow, you guys, that was so amazing. That was nothing. I've taken on way bigger guys than that. I should show you some of my skills one of these days. Basil, I know you're not the type that likes to fight, but it's good to know how to defend yourself, too. You know, I've actually been working on a book about all battles. Maybe we can all study together next time. Okay. Self-help guide. Sick. Okay. You can find our tutorials there, I'm sure. Got some skills. This is just emotional Pokemon. Okay. Let's check out Basil's home. It's cute. Little sneaker hole. Little sneaker house. Say cheese! Oh, came out kind of blurry. That's okay, it gives a character. Hope you don't mind the photo. Of course we don't mind. I want to see it. Oh, sure thing. How's my hair? Hero's the stylish one. I want to see, I want to see. Hey, Omori, did you want to look at the photo too? It's too bad that it came out kind of blurry, but you all still look so cute. I should add to my collection. Ooh, another great shot for the photo album. Move over, Aubrey, I can't see. You already had your turn. Get out of my way! Hey, there's no need to fight. Me first! No, me! Stop it! You guys are knocking me over. Oh, no. Oh, poor thing. Oh my gosh. Basil, I'm so sorry. Are you okay, Basil? You two are in big trouble now. This is why the both of you need to learn how to get along. I'm sorry, we didn't mean it, Hero. Please don't tell Mari. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Accidents happen. Or Basil. Doesn't look like any of them got damaged. Let's put them back in the photo album. Okay. Hero is an actual hero. Stylish hero. Remember to wipe your feet. Okay. I love how, like, that's the problem. That's, like, the big problem right now is we dropped the photo album. Are you ready to put the photos back? Yes. Let's get started. Darn. I don't think I remember the order of all the photos. Don't worry about a thing, Basil. Omori has a really good memory. Okay. So maybe Omori has a good memory, but Brady doesn't. I have a good memory for, like, this stuff. Like, I can recall the details of someone's life and history, you know, doing all the therapy and stuff. But, like, my spatial memory, not so good. Like, I don't know what fucking order these were in. Was it... We were making the crown, and then Basil made a crown, and then Hero made a crown. And then they had the watermelon and the milk, and they were looking at the photos, and then did Omori take a nap? And then they all took a group photo. Or wait, wasn't it? No, wait, I got that wrong. Or did I? I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna put him in like this. Sorry, Basil. I'm really sorry for pushing you over, Basil. Even though at least half of it was Kale's fault. Yeah, I promise to never fight with Aubrey ever again. Unless she starts it first. Don't worry about it. I know you only wanted to see my photo album. Thank you for helping me put it back together. The photo album's some sort of key item. That's strange. The photo must have been loose. What is this? Did I take this photo? Something about it seems so familiar. No. I can't be. Oh, shit. What is that? why is Basil, like, also secretly depressed? Like, more than I thought. Mari. What the hell? What? I'm back in white space. Okay. Finally, I was like, there's no fucking way this is the game. There's no way with all of this theme around depression that the game is just, we just play hide and seek and we just fucking, everyone likes each other and there's nothing wrong. There's certainly nothing wrong. Like, my psychology brain just looks at that and is just like, okay, it doesn't add up to what we're seeing. Not much to do around it here, is there? Okay. All this looks the same. Oh, but that actually is new. That's from the waterfront. So these must be actual things Omori has seen. So this is, yeah, a little more disturbing than the first time. Like, oh, there's little Aubrey and Hero and Kel drowning in the sea with the serpent and the light bulb. What the fuck? Let's check out laptop. What would you like to do? So let's give the screen a good stare. Okay, that didn't do anything. I don't know why. You don't know unless you try. Okay. Everything was okay. From the laptop warmed your lap. Okay. Anything to do with the light bulb, maybe? Just a light bulb. Can't see a thing. Okay. Well, last time we just had to sort of run around. But there's no door this time. What the hell? Okay. I guess there isn't really much you can do. Except maybe... What do we got? Stab. What? Is that, like, for me? Stab what? Stab who? No. No, come on. For real? Like, that's the solution? What the fuck? Like, that's how I have to progress the game. I don't wanna stab Omori. Can I do literally anything else? Are you looking for a way out? There's always one, but... No, come on. No, like, actually, though. I really, really don't want to do that. Fuck, okay. I don't know why I was so desperate for this game to get, like, darker for some reason, but I feel like I wasn't really ready for this. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get why this this was the most recommended game for me to play and to talk about. Partially, I sort of assume that you all just want to torture me. But also because I think this is really, yeah, dealing with some very serious stuff that does very much deserve a nuanced reflection on very real things that people really deal with. Guess we see what happens. Look at all of us. Oh, it's Basil. These are all of our memories together. They're a little sad now. But we should be happy that they happened at all. Let's make some new memories together, okay? You see a boy sleeping in his room. What's his name? What the fuck? This is like a whole different game. You mean it's not just about a bunch of kids having a great time on the playground? Sunny. I mean, isn't it Omori? Shouldn't I name him? Should I name him? should I name him Brady? Why not? Fuck it. The boy's name is Brady. Am I gonna make something terrible happen to him? Why not? I might regret that. Oh, this is a real bedroom. Hey, Brady, it's mommy. I am so gonna regret this. This is gonna fucking break me, dude. I'm still in the city setting things up for our new home. Did you finish packing yet? The movers are going to be at our house in a few days, so I left a list of things for you to do before they arrive. Also, sorry, Mommy messed up. I forgot to tell the electric company that we need a few extra days before we're ready to move, so the lights might cut out sometime tonight. Anyway, I know moving to a new place can be a little nerve-wracking right now, but I think a change of scenery will be positive for both of us. I know you haven't talked to anyone in a while, but you might want to say goodbye to your old friends before we leave. Kel has been trying really hard to get a hold of you ever since we put our house up for sale. He's been calling us every week for the past few months. He seems a little lonely. Maybe you should pay him a visit. Mommy loves you. Bye, honey. You're hungry. Oh my God. These hands are all you have. Oh my God. My hands, my agents have changed. Do we still have the same skills? Can't even tell sad poems? What's wrong, little Brady? Oh, and we've actually got real money in our pocket. Little George Washingtons. An old computer. Okay, what is going on? Nothing special about it. Cardboard boxes are littered across the house. So we're moving away. Hi, Brady. This is a note from Mom. I left some food in the fridge for you downstairs. It's steak, your favorite. Isn't there steak in the little notebook? What the hell is going on? Some family photos. Hi, Brady, this is a note from Mom. Remember to brush your teeth every day. Love you. Okay, well, we might have found our event. Could be moving. Are you sure you want to go downstairs? Was there anything else to do up here? Is this Mom's room? Oh, picnic basket. Okay. Mom's room. Okay. Let's go downstairs. You don't want to look down. Oh, poor thing. Doesn't want to go. You feel dizzy. Maybe you can sleep it off. Okay. Let's just go back to sleep, I guess. An eerie red glow radiates from outside. Strangely drawn to it. Okay. So this is not just like real world fantasy world. Like there's something happening in our real world as well. Oh my God. No, Brady, don't go for the pristine blade. There is another way out, I promise. Holy fucking shit. That is the scariest fucking thing. Why is it real? Why is there a real hand? I do not like how that is. Fucking run! Get the shiny knife! Fucking run! What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Stab him! Do something! We have no skills. The attack is just doing nothing. Even with the butcher's blade, it's doing nothing. Brady. God damn it. Why did I do that? That's just like fucking depressing. Taunts Brady as he falls. No! It's just doing nothing. Nothing works. Take a deep breath. Don't be afraid. Who's saying that? It's not as scary as you think. You steady yourself and remember how to calm down. Yes, Brady, use your coping skills. Run? No, we fight. We always fight. We never give up. We don't fucking give up, okay? Real life Brady didn't give up, and neither is fucking video game Brady gonna give up. I don't give a fuck what the something is. Remember, Brady, all you need to... Okay, okay. I do need to calm down. I need to pull out the ultimate weapon. Now nothing can stop me. I've got my cat. I've got my coping cat. Together we can do anything. So legitimately, what I do when I am not calm is I will actually go and get my cat. Actually, most of the time they come to me because they just know. But if I'm ever in a crisis scenario, whether something is really happening to me or not, something to really understand is that like your nervous system doesn't know the difference, right? So when we get back into like talking about biological implications for stress and depression and that sort of thing, like that's actually one of the most powerful things that you can do is in a crisis like this, if you're feeling under attack, whether that's just something in your perception, like you're having a panic attack or not, bringing yourself to homeostasis before you try to do any sort of like bigger problem solving or cognitive restructuring is always going to help you. So what I always do is I take my hands and I put them on my abdomen. So not my chest, okay, but my abdomen, like my stomach. I put my hands on my stomach so that I make sure I'm breathing from the abdomen, not from the chest. Your chest is where you breathe from when you're hyperventilating, you know, after you've been running. And you're basically just trying to send those signals to the nervous system, to the sympathetic nervous system, that it is overactive. And activate the parasympathetic side of your nervous system, which can help, like, actually calm you down momentarily. And then you try to do some of that, like, therapeutic work on yourself to deal with whatever the problem is. But it's always better to try to calm yourself down, like, with physical interventions before you try to reason yourself out of it cognitively, because you'll be able to sort of understand your emotions better too. You blacked out. Do you want to retry? Yes. Brady never, ever gives up. Oh, I see. I did not realize that remembering how to calm down gave me a skill. Okay, let's see. Removes emotions and heals some heart. Yes. Yes. Do it, Brady. Do the do the breathing. We're okay. We're okay. Oh, we survived it. Okay. This is getting, like, complicated. First aid kit. Okay, we do get to keep that skill. I'm sure will come in clutch. Some family photos. Oh my god. Stop giving me a knife. Steak knife. Why do I now have 2 knives? Oh, okay. Well, if it's for the cold steak, I'm okay with it. Should heat it. Okay. Microwave steak. Okay. Take a bite. Okay. Not the most appetizing. Stomach didn't agree with that. Yeah, I mean, microwave steak is probably not the best. Okay. Mori doesn't want to go outside. Do you go back upstairs? Yeah. Probably feels a little better, doesn't it? Who is that? Who is that? Hey Brady, it's Mari. I'm finally back home, but I forgot my keys. Could you open the door for me? Mari? She like... Actually, Mom? Jesus. Fuck. What is happening here? What kind of game is this? Go to bed. Just go to bed. Yes, go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to the fucking pixie playground or something? Okay. I don't know what kind of game this is, but it is taking us to some interesting places, to say the least. It's clear that whatever is going on, you know, what we're seeing is either some kind of escapism, or it's an abstraction, or maybe there really is like more than one dimension of space that we're living in. But there is so much more going on in, I guess, my life. I didn't realize this was going to be an analysis of, like, me, the little character. But I already named him Brady, so I guess it is going to be. But if we exist in the real world, like, yeah, there is going to be more biological considerations. More grounded psychological and more grounded social considerations to whatever is going on with our little guy. And you know what? I really meant it. Brady doesn't give up. I don't give up on myself, first and foremost. I've learned not to. And I don't give up on people. I just don't do it. And, you know, people's lives are complicated. They're so complicated that I really strongly believe that there's no such thing as a dead end. You know, when it comes to working on yourself or trying to learn about yourself. And so as much as it is about, like, not giving up, as in, like, always trying new things, you know, trying to change things, it's also about you never stop looking. You never stop trying to understand yourself or look for new meaning in things, you know? I really, really believe that. You never stop looking, and that's what we're going to do as we play more of Omori. As we'll keep looking for whatever the way out is for our little guy here. And there's one for you too. I'm sure of it. So that's where we're going to pause for now. What a fantastic presentation this game has. And I don't fucking know what to expect, honestly, but I'm here for it. So thank you for recommending it. And I'm looking forward to the next chapter with you all. So until then, be good to yourselves. See you soon.